FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, because I do think Michelle Obama is the first, it's the first time in my life that I've seen someone who's so sort of wholly in sync with the way we, at Vogue, we've presented fashion for years, and in the way I think about clothes, and many of us think about clothes at the magazine, which is that you buy the things you love and you wear them multiple times, because she repeats a lot. I mean, you see her repeating, particularly this sort of, some of the most celebrated pieces get repeated, and I think that's purposeful, and that's a real lesson to consumers, that if you buy the Azzedine Alaïa cardigan, which is very, very expensive, you wear it 9 times in the course of the campaign, and and you wear it to Buckingham Palace, and take the heat for that too from certain people. But I think that what's really interesting about Michelle Obama is that that people do. It's the first time I know that I can think of that a celebrity has inspired people to think a different way about dressing, as opposed to dressing like them. You don't want to wear what Michelle Obama has worn, except maybe if it's a J. Crew glove or a cardigan or some item, that you suddenly realized was out there and you hadn't spotted it before. But you want to dress like her. You want to have that idea that you can be confident enough to bare your arm, or you can be confident enough to put a cardigan belted over a dress and not have to go to a jacket. I think she allows women to think about ideas of styling themselves as opposed to literally following what she does, and I think that's so fascinating. But she's taken heat for the price points too on things.
Well, she's also taken heat for some of the design fashion choices that she's made, and I think that's quite interesting, because people who are celebrating her for this wonderful new style iconography are also asking her to be an icon in a way that I don't think she really is interested in being one. She is much more democratic, I think, in believing that it should be a matter of choice, that there shouldn't be, you must do this and you must not do this. And, I think, was it Oscar de la Renta who made the comment about how you don't wear a sweater to meet the Queen? I thought that was so interesting, because of the reaction that so many people had to him. They thought, well, what business is it of yours?
Well, I think that what her choices will be commented on by the industry. What I think is interesting is that she has not gone around and said that she has to wear all of the major American designers. I mean, one of the criticisms that has been waged by certain people in the fashion journalism is that she wears newer and emerging talent. She wears independent talents, and she doesn't always wear the sort of biggest and sort of starriest people in the domestic industry. I think she wears what looks good on her, what fits her, and what she likes. I think she's very consistent. If someone's clothes work for her, she wears them again and again. And if someone's clothes don't work for her, and most of us cannot wear everything out there, she's, most of us can't, no matter how much we might love the designs of certain people, if you don't have the body for it, you don't have the body for it. And it isn't that you should have that body, you would never have that body. Even at your most ideal weight, you would not have that body. Because designers have different cuts. If you got hips, you're not going to wear a square cut pant. It's never going to happen. And I think she has been very good at picking designers whose work flatters her body.